I was recommended to check out a game called Jumpship that is currently available as a demo on Steam. I hesitated a bit since it isn't the normal style of a FPS multiplayer game that I will normally play and cover. But after I've been playing this prologue when it comes to the Jumpship demo, I felt that I needed to show you this upcoming game since it might be of interest and could be a game to put on your Steam wishlist. It's supposed to be released in early access during 2025 and it will not be a free-to-play game, just want to put it out there already in the beginning of the video. Not sure yet what price tag we can expect since the final price hasn't been set yet from what I can see. Jumpship has been developed by these happy fellows, a studio called Keepsake Games. And since I'm from Sweden, I'm happy to see that there's another talented gaming studio from Sweden showing off their work. So what is Jumpship? It's a mission-based co-op PvE for up to 4 players, where you are the crew of a spaceship. What you're watching when it comes to my gameplay is me playing solo, which works fine and can also be a lot of fun, although I can understand that Jumpship becomes even more spectacular when playing together with friends as a full crew. When playing Jumpship, you will be able to transition from crewing the ship to on-foot exploration and spacewalks, which also means that you'll fight both on the ground and in space. All this works seamlessly, from leaving your ship through the airlock and then move to the objective in front of you by either using your jetpack or in your grapple hook. It's a very smooth experience, I have to say. In Jumpship, you'll jump across the universe and no 2 runs will be exactly the same. There's always an ongoing process during your missions where you'll upgrade but also maintain and repair, especially after being engaged in a space fight with your ship. So you'll find yourself scavenging for parts in order to upgrade or repair, and here is up to you of course to decide what fit your needs the best. Some players have been making comparisons with other known games in order to describe what kind of game Jumpship is all about. It's sometimes a good idea but can be a bad idea also, since you might get certain expectations that aren't fulfilled when you're actually playing it yourself, or a game that is mentioned in a comparison might be a title you don't like, so you therefore might shy away just because of it. But I'll get into this anyhow, and you can take it with a grain of salt. Now, games that has been mentioned when it comes to gameplay elements in Jumpship that has been somewhat seen or experienced in other games are titles such as Sea of Thieves, Left 4 Dead, FTL meaning Faster Than Light, and also Void Crew. Players have been referring to Sea of Thieves due to the focus on cooperative ship-based gameplay, where players work together to manage the ship, explore, and engage in space battles. When it comes to Left 4 Dead, they're referring to the sometimes intense co-op combat, particularly on foot during raids. A game such as FTL, Faster Than Light, because of the mission-based structure, with handcrafted missions and random elements, as well as the need to manage ship repairs and upgrades. And also Void Crew when it comes to similarities in the ship interiors. EVA, extravehicular activity, boarding and looting mechanics, although Jumpship has a different aesthetic. Not sure how many of you that have played these titles mention, but I can personally see why they're coming up, when players have been trying at least to give an understanding what Jumpship is about, or at least what games that partly gives a similar experience. My overall impression so far, especially since this is a game I normally wouldn't play today, is positive. The game looks great and feels quite immersive in some environments and parts of certain missions. The gunplay feels good, which sometimes can be a bit of a downer in similar games, but I like what they've achieved so far in Jumpship. Same goes with the space fights. It works well with the keyboard and mouse as I'm playing here, although I would like to try the same also using the controller, at least for a comparison, since I see on Steam that it has controller support. The gameplay mechanics aren't that hard to grasp, and I think they've done a good job to explain the most of it, at least the basics. And if you have a previous history of playing similar games, it will of course be beneficial for you. Overall, it feels like a well optimized and presented demo, and that's why I feel positive about it and can see myself playing Jumpship in the future with some friends. I've seen other gamers also being positive about the Jumpship demo, praising it for being polished and also having engaging mechanics. We all know how bad of an experience it can sometimes be when playing demos sometimes, or an alpha or beta for that sake. But Jumpship plays really well already, even compared to full releases of other games. And one thing that also got me to enjoy the game is the blend of FPS and ship management, which creates a unique and enjoyable experience overall. Other positive things that players have been mentioning so far is the seamless transition between piloting the ship and engaging in FPS combat without loading screens, which for many is considered as a major plus. Both the ship combat and on-foot sections are both praised for being fun and engaging. For those of you that enjoy customization, quite a few players have also been mentioning the potential for ship customization and the ability to tailor their playstyle. The grapple hook, for example, has already become a popular feature since it adds to the game's dynamic and encouraging exploration in 0G. So then you might ask, aren't there any negatives so far? Things that has been mentioned when it comes to that part, and something I thought of as well, is that the game needs more enemy variety. Simply put, more enemy types and ship variations. In games like this, it can also after a while become a bit repetitive when it comes to missions, and Jumpship, at least so far, isn't immune against that either. So hopefully there will be more quest diversity coming into the game later down the line. Players that have spent more time in the game compared to me so far has also mentioned balancing issues with ship combat and other mechanics. Well, feel free to fill in if you have any examples or experiences when it comes to this demo and Jumpship game so far. More content overall is being wished for, which I believe will happen when the game actually launches in early access soon. But as mentioned, Jumpship already feels like a polished game, and it's also shaping up being a promising co-op space adventure game. I hope that keepsake games are ready to expand in order to meet up with the eager players that already want more content, improved balancing, and more diverse missions. If they manage to deliver that, I believe that Jumpship has a good chance to establish itself and grow a healthy community around their game, since the game already has created a lot of excitement among players, and myself included. So with that said, is Jumpship, the Jumpship demo, worth downloading and playing, checking out? Definitely, I give it a big thumbs up. This was quite exciting for me. I haven't played this game for quite some time, and I like what I see and what I felt so far. With that said, I want to say thank you for taking your time watching my video. I hope you're gonna have a beautiful day, and I'm looking forward to talk to you soon again when I'm uploading a new video. Take care and have a great day. Bye.